Don't mind us. We're just talking about that Easter bunny over there. Hey, got watch out for that.
Me and Dan had to cheer me up. We opened the stream with laughs instead of tears today. This is good. This is good. This was therapeutic. All right.
We had a therapy session before it started. Mutually. it was awesome. Like, were you giving therapy to Nick? No. Were you giving therapy? No, just to each other.
It was back and forth. It was bi-directional therapy.
Yep. It is a virtual hug is essentially what it was, you guys.
Full duplex therapy is what we call that.
It's so true. But welcome, you guys. It's not just about us. It's about you guys as well. This is the Doctor's Orders live stream every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, unless there's an exception on time. But we're here. We're excited to talk today, guys. We are coming back to shipping delays because there are some new angles and information that we want to go over and likely talk about a possible, highly likely change that's going to go on today. And so we'll kind of go over all of that. But if you guys could do all the YouTube stuff, that would be awesome for this young and growing YouTube channel. If you guys could hit the thumbs up, if you want to share it out. We do take great pride in people being able to watch this on replay, and we so appreciate all the comments that you guys give out there. Like Jim is in the chat right now. Sometimes he leaves a comment afterwards because he can't make all of it. So thank you guys. We see those. We appreciate those. And this is the Dr. Nick's Amazing Man Stuff YouTube channel. And my name is Dan C. Bearded. I'm the co-host of this show, and I really love being able to spend my Tuesday afternoons with you guys and get that jolt of positivity. And I'm really not just saying that. I don't think there's ever been, out of 83 episodes, a day where I left the same or worse than when I came in.
Oh, ditto.
I legitimately don't care how I'm feeling. I leave like standing taller, a little more pep in my step, way more awake. Like I don't know if it's just Nick. I don't know if it's just you guys. I don't know if it's just beautiful community combo, but I want to say thank you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love this stream and love hanging out with you guys. And of course, love hanging out with my man over here, Mr. Nick, the doctor himself. With all that said, Nick, how are you doing? What are you thinking about? What's going on?
So, I'm much better now after our therapy session. That always helps. You know what I need to do? Yeah. And we always say this back and forth, like, hey, if you need anything, give me a call, this and that. For some reason, like if I'm just like off and I'm like, just things aren't clicking right, I'm like, man, it's too bad I don't have a call scheduled with Dan right now. Because
right,
you got on and talked about this and this and this. I know I'd feel better. I need to just send you a text when that happens. Be like, you got a minute for a FaceTime?
Because why don't we do that?
I don't know why we don't do that, because like it works whenever you're having that happen and then you talk to me, but then we never think about doing it when like we don't have something scheduled, and then we do and we're like, oh man, really should have called you earlier. I feel a lot better now.
We probably like bottle it up knowing Tuesday is close, and then we're like, okay, Nick is here.
Yeah, we'll get on tomorrow. Yeah. I don't want to bug him.
Yeah, we'll do that.
No, it's things are good. I just almost, destroyed a $2,500 piece of wood downstairs right before I came up on the stream, so like I was a little spicy brained when I got up here.
Like right before.
What's that? Oh, literally right before. Jill got to the office around 12 with a sandwich, and I was dying. And I was finishing up like one of the few things I still have down in the wood shop is this giant 13-foot long piece of maple that we glued together. And I'm going to use it for a shipping and receiving table. And I was going to carve the Dr. Nick's logo in the middle of this table, like 40 inches wide, fill it with black epoxy, and kind of have like this cool maple table with this black logo in the middle. And so when you're working with CNC software, something you got to keep in mind is when you're looking at the thing on your screen like this, that's assuming that you're standing in front of the machine, right? That's like you're looking at X and Y going away from you. Now, my CNC machine is oriented to where I cannot stand in the front of it. I have to stand on the side of it. So the front and the back are open to slide big pieces of wood through it. So when I put a big piece of wood on the CNC and I'm standing next to it looking at it, it's going horizontally, in front of me like this. But that on the screen of the CNC software is actually like this, because it's going away from the front of the machine. So what did I do? 4 days looking at this damn thing, fixing this logo, making it right. Didn't even think about it. Go down there, turn the machine on. It starts cutting. It's cutting in the right spot. That looks good. I'm going to go eat my sandwich.
Oh,
go eat my sandwich. life is good. I hear it down there and I'm like, oh man, baby, can you hear it down there? The
Purring.
table's going to be ready so soon. It's been so long coming. It's going to be great. And then I go down and instead of the skull being like this, it's like this. And so there's literally no option but to take that giant piece of wood and flip it over and turn the other side into the top. And I'll just have my little hidden oopsie skull in the bottom that we can all laugh about later when it'll be funny and not terribly painful to think about. And that's kind of, that's kind of what happened right before I came up. So of course I tell Dan, I'm like, he's like, how you doing? And I'm like, could be better, you know?
Heavy breathing.
Yeah. But then, for some reason, we talk about stuff, we talk about things, and all of a sudden the stuff that was bugging me seems like it's not quite as big as it was. And I remember that everything is nothing and there's always a solution for everything. And then I feel a whole lot better now. It was just stuff down there. It's a piece of wood,
Yep. And as
I can fix it.
As we say to all of you guys, we genuinely mean this. I've seen Nick in action on this. If you guys ever need a friend, right, reach out. I think one of the best things when Nick and I talk, especially when we go through like stressful situations and stuff, is we realize how similar we all are. We realize how similar situations, and it's not like misery loves company or anything like that. It's just nice to know that people can relate. It's just nice to know that you have somebody there that you can bounce things off of, judgment free, share your actual thoughts of like what you're going through and feeling. And so I know that's what makes the difference for me when I talk with Nick and many of you. So if you guys ever need that friend, please genuinely reach out. Nick, I've been with Nick and he's been on the phone with, I put air quotes, customers, but it's friends, it's people, it's humans to him. And he's talked through these situations and stuff. So please, please reach out, man. Dan B, of course, man, always there for you guys. And because I know what it feels like, that's why, man, it really is.
Dude, that's exactly what it is, man. And it's one of those things. It's just so funny how we can get like wrapped up in, like what's going on with such, and it's usually such fixable, small stuff,
I wrote down out of the shower today, I wrote down a new beard video that I'll probably do in about 2 weeks or so. I'm going through some stuff on the side of my beard right now, and it's the same kind of concept. And I get wrapped up in it. I get caught up in it. But if you take 2 steps back, does it actually matter? Does anybody actually notice? Does it impact my day? Does it impact my video? No, it doesn't. So chill.
Like no one in the comments would be like, I thought this content was pretty good and relevant, except I just couldn't resonate because the side of this guy's beard just really wasn't doing it for me.
But we fall into that trap, like with that table, the same thing. Like it's going to work. You're going to make it. It actually will probably be pretty cool. And you'll do something like an Easter egg underneath it, something kind of fun.
Exactly right. I'm going to spray paint it red. And someone that notices it one day is going to be like, why is that there? Well, funny story.
Exactly. And so it's so hard when you're close to it. And when you can't get it out of your head, there's something about just talking about it. So you guys always have an open invite.
Through the trees, man. It's just like, it all goes back to that. It's just all about perspective. And like just realizing once in a while, it's like, oh, I'm taking myself way too seriously right now. Like, okay.
You might have some little jesters, telling you're too serious right now. You gotta,
I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeah. I got you. Yes.
Valid.
And speaking of Easter eggs, we did say we have the shipping topic. We're fully going to go on that today, but it shouldn't be the longest topic. But with Easter, how was your guys' Easter? Did you guys do anything? Any stories or anything?
So, no, it was pretty uneventful, man. I mean, we had a nice adults only Easter for the most part. So my son goes to hang out with his mom every other weekend. Okay. He goes over there like 4 days a month. And so, Easter was a really special holiday to her and her family. So we have it to where Jack just spends every Easter with her because we don't do much for it anyway. So he was over with her for Easter. So Jill and I slept in a little bit. We woke up and went to our friend's place for brunch at this really cool restaurant in Duxbury called the Windsor House. And we sat there and had deviled eggs and lamb arancinis with tzatziki sauce and crab benedicts. And it was
rough day.
That was after that, I mean, that was a lot, so we had to come back and then we watched a movie. and then we did some stuff around the house, and then that was a lot. And I think we took another break, you know. And that was kind of how our day went. And then we had
beautiful.
BLTs for dinner, which literally, you know, wow. I mean, that was a lot. So I mean, we
Yeah.
took another break, you know, and then
Prep.
Jack got home and we all crashed out after such a busy day. But it was literally, I mean, dude, it was so freaking relaxing. Like we couldn't have, that was actually a really cool part about Easter. Before we made BLTs while being lazy, we went over and brought Jill's mom stuff to make BLTs over there. We brought her some little desserts and stuff and made sure she was all set up for Easter. And yeah, and then we went back home and we're literally the laziest people in the whole world.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I was pretty proud of us.
Yeah, and I'm proud. I was just gonna say I'm proud of you for doing that. I really am. And the lunch thing is interesting. Sam went shopping on Sunday morning because we just got back from our trip, and her grandma isn't doing the best right now, right? Getting there of age, but she's still at her home. But she can't cook much. There's a lot of falling and stuff. So anytime we can help her out, we try to, of course. And Sam was getting us a rotisserie chicken. We haven't really done that, but we've seen a lot of people are eating those rotisserie chickens and stuff. So we grabbed one. Yeah. And we grabbed one for her grandma. It was like $7. The joy that us bringing that over to her. It was like
$100 worth of fun for $7.
It was mind blowing. And it was one of those things like we're talking about when you and I talk on those calls when we're not feeling the best or right. And we always get better. I'm like, why are we not doing this way more often? Why are we not coming over here and bringing her some lunch? And so we've made like a commitment, and we even contacted Sam's mom. We're like, let's start rotating days. And we haven't been like neglecting. We've done this a bunch, but I'm like, this should just be more consistent. It's like $7. It brought the brightest smile in the world. And she was probably happier to see Violet and us as compared to even the food. And so that was a really cool part for us.
It's crazy how that happened. I mean, you got to think too, at that stage in life, you know, it's like you're not doing a whole lot of things yourself that like you're anticipating or looking forward to, you know, and it's like, we forget that when you're so busy, you know, that it's like, there's people in your life that aren't as busy, and just taking a few minutes for them, like literally makes the biggest impact in the world. We feel the same way, like with Jill's mom when we do the stuff over there.
Yep. It's being busy is an absolute blessing, because I wouldn't be able to do this if I wasn't busy. I wouldn't be able to have this current life that I love if I wasn't busy. But it also is a curse because you lose perspective on those other things. And it's nice to have those kind of wake up moments. And it's kind of related to everything we were talking about earlier. And it's like, perspective. I mean, that's the only word we can use here. Perspective.
Dude, it really is, dude. I mean, it's all about perspective and perception, you know. Perspective shifting once in a while is really freaking important. But dude, let's not sleep on the topic that you just brought up, though. First of all, rotisserie chickens and me have been friends for a real long time.
I'm new to the game.
Dude, you are definitely out of the loop on this one, because like, so let me just loop you in a little. Once you get bored of just getting a picking chicken, you're like, well, I could get this thing and pick at it, and that's fine.
That's what we did. Yep.
You know, have you considered, you know, gluten-free flour tortillas, a little bit of easy chicken tikka sauce and some cheese, and then bam, you have the world's best quesadillas in the entire world.
Oh my God.
Have you thought of that same thing? But then you take, you know, some mayonnaise, a little tarragon, some Greek yogurt, and you turn that into some awesome chicken salad, because it's already made and it's right there, and you can shred it up and you don't have to boil it. It's way better. I mean,
and Violet eats the chicken wings off the drummies off the bone. So we gave her the 2 drummies. I took the flats, and then Sam, I had some of the chicken breast too, but Sam had the chicken breast. Man, I got in there, I was picking off every little piece. And I'm new to, I think someone told me a wives' tale about them, like years and years and years and years ago, about like bacteria or something. I was always terrified, and we were like, let's just try it, because we saw like food preppers. That's a big thing that they do, is get those rotisserie chickens.
Dude, it was why.
Delicious. Delicious.
They're fantastic, man. You get so creative with things you make out of them too, like all the way down to like, dude, we made like lazy chicken BLT sliders, you know, like, I mean the possibilities are literally endless.
Yeah, truly.
Soup, you can make chicken soup with it. You can, I mean, like, dude, I mean, it's literally like there's anything you could do. You can literally cut an hour out of damn near, you know, 100 different recipes by using a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, I did think about this. Dan was saying too, like boil the bones and make soups and broth and stuff. I could see that.
Oh hell yeah! You make your own chicken stock out of it. I mean, that's the for the win.
Yeah. And Mama Dr. Nix, she is a moderator. So any naughty people, she gets to put in timeout literally or ban them. And we need some strong, powerful women helping us out. So Julie, you are a moderator as well, fittingly. So yeah, great question. And if you see anybody acting up, hey, Julie's watching. She'll give you guys the boot. So careful.
Ooh, man, you got to watch out. She walks softly, carries big wrench.
Yeah, right. I love it. And Jill, it seems like it's actually cheaper than buying like chicken by the pound.
I mean, it is. You get one of those things, and after they're cooked, I mean, the thing weighs what, like 2.5 pounds. You got bone in there and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like $7.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was $7.
Chicken bone in, chicken thighs, skin on. You're looking at $6 a pound sometimes.
Dude, it was delicious.
Yeah, come on,
delicious. So I told this last night, but additional story for me because I'll start the story, then I'll tell you what I didn't know. So the eating rotisserie bought but after eating rotisserie chicken, my parents bought a rotisserie. Nice. I had one on a grill once, but never used it.
I mean, it's that's one of those things, Leo. It's like I would do that, but this is very much one of those. When I want a rotisserie chicken, I don't actually want to know how the clock works. I just want to know what time it is.
Yeah.
And I think, I'd be getting too close to the sun if I did that.
Right. Yeah, that's dangerous.
It is
dangerous. But the story. We go on the trip. We get back Saturday. Just got to kind of function, get all the stuff out and get ready for bed. Sunday, laundry, Easter, family stuff. And then we get everything ready, get up in the morning. Jack's had a rough morning. He's been amazing, but after breaks is his hardest time, right? Any parent that has a kid that struggles or has autism or anything, getting out of a break's tough. But we got him. I got him in the car. There was a lot of tears. It was whole ordeal. My stomach hurt kind of thing, and with him, it probably does, but it's just a manifestation of his anxiety. And so we get him in the car. I'm playing Pokemon Go with him. We're doing his flashcards for like spelling, and we're just having a great time. All of a sudden, a principal of another building, I'm waiting in line to go in, a principal of another building who I did not get along with, when I worked, comes out and she's just grinning at me. Cheese it. And I'm like, I don't like you. You don't like me.
I don't like the way you're looking at me.
Yeah. And to give you an example of this lady, Diana is her name. We had 2 middle schools. She was the principal of the other middle school, but our swim team that I coached was combined between the 2 middle schools. Every year, the assistant principal, who she was, then at our school was this other guy I didn't like. His name was Scott. Mm-hmm. They would rotate who was in charge of swim team. So one year was West, one year was East. Well, the first year she was there, she got the swim team. Now, keep in mind, I had been coaching for like 12 years at this point. I went 6 years undefeated on the middle school swim team. Before that, they had lost like 24 meets, like revolutionized the program, undefeated, coach of the year, blah, 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 blah. I'd been coaching for like 6 years on the middle school specifically. She hands me this big folder and says, let me know what time you'd like to meet for your evaluation meeting of the swim team. Come again? Like, this is my 6th year coaching. I've never had an evaluation. I've never lost a meet. A parent has never talked to you about the swim team. Like, I don't think we actually need this. And she was like, yes, I will be evaluating your performance. I literally respond back an email and I said, I crossed the line here, but I'm going to be honest. I said, we can have the meeting in the pool. I don't know if you know how to find it. She had never been to a meet. She had never been to a practice. She had never been to anything swimming related whatsoever, but was going to grade me on my job as a swim coach who had been a college athlete in the pool, who had coached for a long time, but she was going to grade me.
That is fantastic.
I was flabbergasted. She never replied. We never spoke again. So it's her. Now I'm out of teaching for coming up on 2 years now. She walked by grin. I'm like, what is she cheesing at? Like, keep walking, lady. And there's a car behind me in line, and like Maddox and Jackson turn around. They're like, they're looking at us. I'm like, hey, turn around, guys. Come on. Now Jax's principal starts walking to me, cheesing too. And I like her. We're cool. And I'm like, she comes over, I'm like, hey. And she was like, there's no school today. And I go, like, funny, April Fools.
April Fools.
She goes, no, there's no school. It's Easter Monday. I even turn around and Max goes, don't believe her, Dad. And I was like, there's no way. Like, there's cars behind me. Like, it's Monday after spring break. Like, there's the whole parking lot's full. She goes, it's a staff service day. And I still don't believe her. It was.
You're like, okay, get out of the car, boys.
There was no school. I took them to school and they had no school yesterday for Easter Monday.
So has anybody else like never heard of Easter Monday?
Our whole state was off yesterday.
So like, okay, aside from Michigan, maybe does anybody else know about an Easter? I've never heard of Easter Monday.
Nope, me either. But apparently it's a thing. Everyone told me that I was crazy and that I should have known. And it is on me. I should have checked the schedule. That I'm not blaming anybody there. But Jim says yes. He's up in your area actually. And so that was crazy. Crazy.
I mean, unless my kid went somewhere else yesterday and I don't know where it was, like he definitely had school yesterday.
he was gone for 7 hours, but
yeah, I mean he got really creative and he nailed when his bus would usually pick him up or drop him off.
Dude, I guess we're learning something together. Their kids had it off. In Europe, they have Easter Monday. It's on the calendar for Easter Monday. I swear I've never heard that term in my whole life. Ever.
Yeah. Nope. Never heard of it. Fake news.
And so, I went to drop my kids off. and then, so usually we drop off. Then it's like, we got to go work out. I'm like, I'm not giving up my working out. Get your tablets. You're going to go sit in the little like daycare.
Yeah. Have fun.
Man.
You can lift, bro. You got the wrong shoes on for the gym, kids.
Dude, right. And I wouldn't put it past your son either to be like, yeah, Dad, I was working. He was probably doing something not wrong at all. He was just like coding up at school because a teacher came up and was like, sure, come on up.
Yeah, sure. Come on in. Actually, we're having to redo some of these access points. You know anything about Meraki? And he's like, yeah, sure.
Actually, I do. Yes.
You have central controller access? Because that's all I'll need.
I'll let you guys know what I learned from MIT this summer.
Yeah, exactly. Move over.
Yep. So, that was my Easter cherry on top, but it worked out. It was fun. We had a laugh. Was I embarrassed? Yes, but I wasn't the only one. And I know the other school buildings, there were people waiting too. There had to be because they didn't send a text. They didn't say, I said this last night. When they have anything, if there's like a PTO book fair, they send a text, a voicemail, or a call, a voicemail, an email. They let you know every day. In this one, they didn't happen to be like, hey, just a reminder, there's no school tomorrow.
Dude, I feel like that's the ones that I don't hear about too. Like I hear 15 times about a book fair and I get 20 emails about it. I'm like, okay. And then I miss like parent teacher conferences and all of a sudden it's like, we missed you last week at parent teacher conferences. We'd like to schedule a time for a video call. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how does that one get one email? And like the hey, we're gonna practice an emergency drill this Thursday. Hey, by the way, this Thursday, we told you earlier in the week, we're practicing that today. And then on Friday, hey, by the way, Thursday, we practiced an emergency drill. And it's like before, during, and after. And then like the important ones, you get one email, like a shot across the bow of a bottle rocket, like 2 weeks beforehand. And you're like,
yes. And you're not even exaggerating there. Like I'm sure the dates were included in their pre-spring break text message.
Oh, I'm sure.
Not thinking about that. I'm not worried about that. So, man, and
that's
spring break.
I guess. Come on.
Right. That actually relates to our transition into our next topic perfectly. Some of you probably saw it in the pinned comment in the chat. But one of the things we were talking about is Dr. Nix is looking to use their text messaging system some more. If you guys have not signed up, you can sign up right on the website. But essentially, Nick doesn't and Jill never want to overwhelm people. Like Nick just talked about with that situation of the drills and they send all these ones. You just start to mute them. You just start to not listen. So they don't want to overdo it. But today, they will probably do one later today. You guys get actually first access and word to this. There is going to be an April spring cleaning sale campaign that's going to go on for Dr. Nick's. And the sale is going to be every single order for the rest of April is going to get a full-size bottle of beard oil. This was Jill's idea, by the way, so kudos to Jill. A full-size beard oil from Dr. Nick's. It is a mystery scent, a mystery label that has never been released or smelled before and may never come back again. It will be included on every single order, and we highly encourage you to make a post or a story and share on Instagram what you think it is. And I even talked about Nick about this, but I know he's on the same page. If anybody gets the scent profile correct, meaning the essential oils that are in it, there'll be some kind of prize in there for you. Oh, you're muted, Nick.
So the bottle, sorry, I had something ring and then I was like, Dan's talking, mute. Now everything's hopefully silenced. So the what we were thinking about doing is, so Jill's gonna put just a question mark sticker basically on each bottle. And what we can do is, if we can figure out a way today to get a little bit of a numbering system going, right? There might be a new, like a single numerical digit on the bottle. And in that way you can kind of post and say, I got a this, and I think it's X, Y, and Z.
Heck
right.
Yeah.
So more to come on that one, because the problem is, if we go full on spring cleaning, there's going to be like 20 different ones, and people are going to say they're going to guess, and we're not going to know if they got it right or not.
True.
So if we figure out a numbering system, let's blast something out where if you guess it, you win a prize.
Interesting. So this is a new layer and wrinkle. And I'm glad you said that. I thought this was going to be one mystery. So these are going to be truly, like, if you place a couple orders, you might get a couple different ones throughout the month.
You might. Yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah. It's literally, there could be enough to do, 20 of one, 100 of another, 15 of another one, and 5 of another one.
Yeah.
And there might be some like super limited ones that like literally are never have been released and never will be released. You could get things that are literally truly one-offs that could be one of 20 of them ever made, right?
Jill's brilliant. Check that comment. She says the bottom of the question mark will have a letter instead of a point at the bottom.
Oh, this is, you know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm dealing with here, guys? Do you see?
I feel it.
Do you see this? Like, I get to wake up to that face and those brains every day. Like, no matter how bad my day is, it can always get worse with Jill proves me wrong and is smarter than me with stuff like this.
Nick, are we officially starting the sale right now, or do you need to wait? Okay. Right every now. Order that comes in starting now or the start of the stream, we can go. So 1 p.m. Eastern today until, is it April 30th is the last day, all throughout the month. And I love what BK said right here. He said, time to finally pick up lemongrass. This is the opportunity for you to be like, I was on the fence about this, or I've been wanting this. I literally told this to Nick before the stream and was like, there's people that get caught up in life. They wanted something and they forgot, or they just got buried. This is the chance to do that. And if you pick up a lemongrass oil, you're going to get a mystery oil for free added into your order. And it's going to be created by Jill. You guys know Jill's skill level when it comes to mixing scents, and you are going to greatly appreciate that.
She's got some winners down there, man, that are just been like fun to play with. But maybe we couldn't get the ingredients in bulk, so we've kind of just been saving them to work them into something else. So now we get to take some of those cool blends that she's been messing with and can literally put them out in a limited volume. And here's a good way to do it finally.
It's perfect. And to get feedback from real people in real time.
It's my favorite way to do testing. As you know, we love, sample sets. We love the idea of focus groups. So,
Yep. And Dan B says, don't sleep on Rosemary Peppermint. Who's sleeping over here? I just did a review going crazy about it, followed by a command. There ain't no sleeping here. I'm fully awake on that.
Oh, that's like his favorite stuff in the whole world. And he'll be happy to know that as we're sitting here working through the release of shampoo and conditioner, that is the first scent that's going to be available in shampoo and conditioner.
Has to be.
Jill asked me, and I was like, before she even finished the sentence, I was like, Peppermint Rosemary.
Yep.
I was like, Dan would kill us if we did anything else, and he would just bug us every day until it was out.
So true. And we need face wash.
Yes.
Face wash, peppermint rosemary.
Peppermint rosemary face wash. Okay, hold on.
Can you imagine the tingle? Like just that peppermintiness?
Oh, I'm on it. I'm on
Goodness.
it. Got you covered, brother.
So one more time, you guys, starting now, every order for the rest of April will receive a full-size mystery beard oil, and there's going to be several varieties to that. That will be really cool. Yep, really, really, really cool. Yeah,
and no, you can't write in the comments of your order requesting something else instead of the mystery oil or a specific mystery oil. You got to follow the rules. Don't take Jill's fun away. And if you ask for a certain one, you can be rest assured she's going to send you a different one.
Yep. And Leo's right. You can go lowercase, uppercase. Yeah, he said other alphabets. Yeah, we can start going Greek.
We could. Yeah, I like it.
I do too.
Just start with X and work your way backwards to really mess with people. Be like,
Oh my
wow,
God.
there's 27 of these things. Like,
right. Dang, Jill's pumping them out. Shane says the lemongrass is truly awesome. And Angry Warrior says, I received the beard wash, conditioner, oil, and butter from Dan's giveaway last week. Thank you again for the kind email. Oh my goodness. The wash, conditioner, and butter. So good.
Oh, I love hearing that, man.
And
that is fantastic.
How great is it with giveaways? You get these products in people's beards, in people's hands that now get to experience them, that get to share their thoughts, that get to come back again. I love that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. ETA on head, hair, shampoo, and conditioner?
We had a little delay with our label changing around. We had some other stuff to kind of kick back up on, but now we're back looking at this month now. I was thinking it was going to be March, but we're definitely looking at April. And I want to be able to have it in time for summer because like as people start getting sweatier and your hair gets oilier and it starts getting hotter out there, like I want people to be able to use our shampoo and conditioner along with the rest of the stuff they're using. So
I want to use it.
Yeah. And so I think it's like, I would imagine that I'm going to have artwork for that sent into the print shop next week. And then we're probably going to be bottling later this month.
Woo!
So I'm really strongly targeting April.
Oh, that's so cool. Angry Warrior said, right, Dan, I'll be back again and again and again. Customer for life.
Love hearing that, dude. I mean, and that's, and again, it speaks to just the power of those giveaways and stuff. I mean, they really are. It's a win-win for everybody. It's not like if we get our way with those giveaways that we've gotten one over on somebody, right? It's
right.
They got something for free that they actually enjoyed, and they found out about something that they might not have because maybe they were complacent. At least maybe they were either happy or at least just comfortable with what they were using before and didn't really see a reason to try something else. And then, hey, if I get it for free, I'll try it. And then they learn about something that actually works really well for them.
I love the word comfort that you said there. We fall into ruts. We fall into just doing the same thing because that's what we do. And then you do like, oh, giveaway. Of course, I'm going to try this. And you're like, oh, wow.
Except I feel like with men's, especially with grooming products, I feel like instead of comfortable, I think a better description would actually be Stockholm syndrome because the face wash that I used to use literally destroyed my skin. Like it was the reason my skin had redness and flakes, and I continued to go back every day. And then when I ran out, I bought more of it because the fear of making it worse was almost worse than it was the worst than the stress of dealing with the problem.
That was me with deodorant. I knew it was bad, but the fear of stinking was way worse for me, but I was wrong. There is better options and not stinking. Like it's the same kind of deal. And with the beard stuff, I guarantee people see like my reviews or see streams and stuff, and they'll hear me talk about it. And they're like, there's no way it's different. There's no way it's different than what I do. And it's like, just try and credit to you and Jill for going so hard on giveaways and sales and stuff. A huge aspect of that is you believe in your product. Like when I tell people you just want to get products in their hands for people to experience it, it's true.
It's dead on because I know what happens once that happens.
Yeah.
There's a very small subset of people out there who are looking for something distinctly different than what we do.
Yep.
That don't absolutely say, wow, this is a marked improvement and drastic difference from what I've been doing.
Facts. Adam has a question for you. He says, my wife really likes the manly, musky sandalwood stuff. Do you have something along those lines?
Oh yeah. So I mean,
Okay.
when I think sandalwood, yeah, well, two stand out, right?
Yep.
18 and number 9 is what comes to mind. So
Yes, sir.
lavender, orange, and sandalwood is literally one of the ones that would really come out and that you'd like a lot. So like what I like about the lavender orange sandalwood is it's really light on the orange, teeny bit of citrus, mostly sandalwood forward with lavender behind it, I think,
Yep.
even though lavender is listed first. I think the sandalwood and the lavender kind of create something all new together. Like it doesn't,
Agreed. It's
you know what I mean?
Yep, it's not sandalwood. It's not lavender. It's this like calm, earthy, refreshing scent.
Yep. Yep. And if you wanted something more musky, it would probably be our 18,
Yep.
which is the warm spice and musk.
That's what Jim
Um,
just said too. Yep.
Yeah, and that one's great. And then if you want to add a layer of smokiness on top of that, the sweet smoke campfire, the number 21 is a great option too. But I'd say you'd love either the lavender orange sandalwood or the warm spice and musk.
Yeah. Adam, if I had to pick one based on the words you wrote there, I would say 18,
Yeah.
but I thought the same thing that the sandalwood is in, but musky, manly, that's 18. Yep. That's 18.
Yep.
And Screw Loose says, late to the stream, just had a full luxury shower of peppermint rosemary, beard, body wash, and beard oil.
Man, I bet your
guy,
bathroom smells fantastic.
Right. Our guy Billy says, thanks, Nick, for liking my progress photos that he had sent over. He said he's loving the growth stimulator oil between you and Dan. My beard has never been healthier, and it shows in all the comments I get out and about.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. And that feels good too, doesn't it? Like you have a regimen that feels good, you like it, you think it works well, and then you start getting more comments from people about like the appearance of your beard. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh wow, this is actually working.
Yep. And Billy, they will have a post. They did one for Philip, who's usually in here yesterday. Billy, yours will be coming later this week to show off that progress. If anybody else has any progress from the growth stimulator oil, please send it in to Dr. Nick's. Their Instagram is the best location to send that, but you can also email it. The email's on the bottom of the website if you ever need to find it. And next week, the live stream is actually going to be dedicated to the growth stim oil. We'll be showing pictures from people like Billy, people like Philip, people like Dan B. He's going to have a post coming as well. So if anybody has any progress and wants to be on the show, please send in. And Tony, you're exactly right. It's my Michigan buddy. He says, no better time for me to try the growth stimulator oil. Exactly. You're going to get a free beard oil. Try the growth as well. Really, really cool. Yep.
It's
really cool.
I mean, absolutely the best time to do it.
Yep. And Dan B says, literally, my beard has never been better since I found Dr. Nick's. I'm a lifer because my ink on my hand says so.
Heck yes, it does.
Yep. All right.
Love it. If you ever try to grab another product with that hand, the tattoo starts burning like the Harry Potter scar.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We're watching Harry Potter right now, and he just had the scene. I forget the lady's name. You guys will tell me, but the like kind of redhead teacher that's just a jerk, and she makes him like go to detention, and then it like starts writing on his hand. That same kind of deal.
Oh yeah. I forget that one. She turns up being one of the never mind, no spoiler.
Yeah, hey, wait. It's only been out for 20 years. Yeah. Let me know in the chat. What is that lady's name? Sam's over there. She knows it. We dislike her. Oh, true story. Jackson's principal that I said I like, she looks exactly like that lady. So for the first like 6 months, we couldn't like her. We couldn't allow ourselves to enjoy her, but we got past it.
Oh, dude, I unfairly do that all the time with things. I'm so bad at that.
It's so, or like a name. If I had a student that I didn't like and they have a name, I'm just like, oh gosh,
this guy.
Miss McGonagall. Is that what it is? Nice.
McGonagall. I didn't think it was McGonagall because she's a really good one, and she doesn't end up. Which one is it? Which movie?
Let me see. Nope, it's not her.
No, McGonagall is the sweet one that she turns into a cat.
Yeah, let me see where she's at. Sam, can you hear me? Sam! Baby! All right, who we got here? Umbridge?
Ooh, that could be it.
Okay, yes, it is. Dolores Umbridge.
Dolores Umbridge, yeah. So if someone would have said Dolores, I would have nailed the last name too.
Yep. Dolores Umbridge. Nice. Tony placed an order. Heck yeah. That's awesome, man. Okay. To our topic. I'm going to set the stage, and then we'll have a positive, information-packed discussion here. Shipping, we talked about a few weeks ago. You're like, what? We're talking about it again? Yes. It has not gotten better. If anything, I would say it's gotten worse. Nick's going to talk about a likely update that's happening right now or during the stream, and then
Already happened.
yeah, okay, and we'll give the reasons behind it. But I want to talk about the ship closing down the port last week and the impacts of that. I want to talk about the right here. Scott has a comment and says, watching this and Tornado Chasers live at the same time. Stay safe. I want to talk about severe weather and the impact that has. And then also just what we have observed with so many companies and what's going on with the shipping right now. So first, Nick, I think we hit it. What is the change and why? And I think people will really understand.
So, like, if you go to the website right now and you add some things into your cart, like right now, the advantage. So there's going to be a few things that pop up for you. Most likely, it's going to default to UPS, and you're going to be able to pick from UPS ground, or you're going to be able to pick from UPS ground, or I think there's going to be a few options that we keep on there. UPS second day, UPS next day, ground saver, and then USPS priority. We haven't noticed any issue with the USPS priority packages. The priority package routing, we have had zero delivery issues with them. Now, like if I go in and right now just put in my, an address for, let's just say down at like my mom's house in Tennessee as my delivery address, right? I get UPS ground and it's $6. It's $1 more than our flat rate shipping used to be. And if you spend over 50, it's still free, right?
Yep.
So what we did was we eliminated the USPS
ground advantage.
No, it wasn't it was the ground advantage, but it was the hold on. The one that was really messing us up was a new one. It was called, it was the ground advantage, the USPS ground advantage.
Yeah.
And so we're basically, we're still letting people pick what carrier you want. And if you want something faster, then you can have it. And then basically what we're also letting people do is you can do best value, you can do cheapest, or you can do fastest. And that's the way it's going to kind of like sort by. And so we're going to kind of keep these options available to you, but we're just getting rid of the ones that have the most issue. And if there's a delivery that's going to have an issue to your address, we're actually removing it from the list now too, where it does address verification, it checks with the carrier, make sure they know about you. And if they do, then it'll present you that option and show you how much it is.
Yes. And the couple of things on this too that I think are important. With that ground advantage, if you really look into it, they say 2 to 5 days expected delivery. Now, that's business days, so that already puts some people off. Or let's say they order on a Wednesday evening. That's not a day. That's out of business hours. Thursday, Friday, right? If there's holidays in there, forget about it. We're not even going there. Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is your 5 days for that to be delivered. But for them, a lot of people are like, hey, I placed it last Wednesday. That's 7 days. Okay, business days. Here's the real kicker, you guys. On that UPS ground advantage, there is no guaranteed delivery.
No.
So when it says expected 2 to 5 days, it doesn't have to be. Priority, they're much more serious. There's much better tracking, they just literally prioritize those. Then the other ones have insanely been getting lost, delayed, and Dr. Nix, myself, every company understands customers getting frustrated. But at the flip side, people are choosing the least expensive option that doesn't have a guarantee, and they want to put all of that on the company. And again, I fully get it. I understand. I buy stuff every day. I get it. But it's just tough when the company offers a discounted option that doesn't have a guarantee, but then they have to eat the guarantee. And so it just seems like it hasn't been working out. And in a lot of them, yeah, here's a one right here. I paid the extra 2 cents more for USPS priority instead of national tours ground. And the tours are insane. That's the best comment of the day.
They're like literally, yeah, comment of the month. Like the road trips that some of these packages have gone on thanks to care of USPS has been fantastic.
Yes, it truly has. And so even if it's a couple of bucks, it's such a massive difference. And you guys, when we talk about the amount of packages that have been delayed 10, 15 days, where who knows, they're still out there pending, no updates. Who knows where they are? Who knows if somebody has them? Are they in a bin? Are they circulating trucks? Who knows? It's been an utter headache. And then you add in severe weather, feels like there's been tornadoes all over the country lately. Add in one of the most major shipping ports in the United States, and the busy East Coast is completely shut down. You're starting to have problems on problems on problems. And so I think that change is going to be really nice. It's going to erase some headaches for the consumer. It's going to erase some headaches for the company. And it's just kind of one of those situations, you get what you pay for. And luckily, you don't have to pay much more.
Exactly right. And so what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to do a quick example to kind of show everybody. So
hit us.
I just popped in another shipment. So I just got, just a beard butter. So I have a beard butter in my cart, and I have it going to my mom's house down in Tennessee. And just to give you an example, the Ground Advantage rate that I generated here was $5.62, and it said no guaranteed delivery up to 10 business days. So that could be 3 weeks out, depending on when you order.
Yep.
When that 10 business days hits, you order on a Friday, right? You could be looking at the 2 weeks after Monday.
Yep.
And so if I eliminate that option, it was $5.64, so $5.64. My first cheapest option is UPS Ground, 5 business days max guaranteed for $7.94. Or you can do 3 to 5 days guaranteed, $3.90 or $7.96. So you're looking at $2 more, and you're literally going to get it no matter what. And if you need something like BAM very next day, it even presents it, although it's a little crazy. You got UPS next day, Air Saver, $30, AM delivery next day. So I mean, like, you need something in a pinch, shoot, stick it in UPS overnight. But I mean, if you think about it, it's not increasing the cost that much. And UPS is always going to get it to you on time. And USPS priority is always going to get it to you on time.
Yep.
So we're just going to avoid those uninsurable, unguaranteed rates. We're shipping, glass bottles and temperature sensitive, in some cases, products, right? We don't want them to sit in trucks forever. And I don't think we're going to lose that many orders or customers, if any, by having a shipping cost that's a couple bucks higher to guarantee people get their stuff.
And that's such a good point that I don't even think I think about enough. And you're right. Like, if an order is delayed 15 days, we're in spring and entering warmer months. We're entering that summer. It's sitting in a not air conditioned truck for 2 weeks of just getting cooked in that truck. Think about the butter, think about the balm, let alone the essential oils and the oils and stuff. That's a problem, because it's not representing your company. It's not delivering what left your facility. I actually think that's an extremely important angle.
Dude, it is. And you know what it is? Like, I'd almost rather not get a sale because someone was like, whoa, $7 shipping on a $20 bottle of beard oil. And listen, I get it, right? I mean, in my mind, in that case, I'd say, okay, it's $20. If I buy another 2 bottles of it or something, then I get it for free shipping and I stock up a little bit. And that's usually what I do. But at the same time, if it's something that I really like, it is what it is, right? It's like it's cheaper than the gas it'll take to drive you to come in Pembroke and pick it up and drive back home, right? So I guess that's a piece of it too. But if I think I would rather lose a sale than have someone get something that's been sitting in the back of a truck for 15 days in the heat. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks to say I don't want to lose sales, and I saw someone on here So where'd it go? Someone, Whiskers and Whiskey. Yeah. Waiting on an Easter card sent by his aunt last Tuesday from Natick. Like it is. Yeah. So, I mean, you think about that. We're in the same state. And where are you, Whiskers and Whiskey? Like you're
New Hampshire.
Yeah. You're in New Hampshire. So that should be 48 hours, 48 business hours. That should go. Like if she mailed that last Tuesday, that's the 26th. That should have been there the 28th or 29th, one state away. Like that's a day or two at best. And now you're looking at, 1, 2, not Friday because it wasn't a business day. 3, so technically 4 business days, but it's a week later.
Yeah.
Because we had a holiday and I don't know. We have, okay. Seacoast, New Hampshire, dude, that from Natick, that should be a day. They should drop that in the box. You should literally skip a day and get it the day after next,
And I got to say, I'm for the only person that I know that lives in New Hampshire. That was a pretty good poll because that's not a common state that crosses my mind.
For some reason, I thought New Hampshire too. I was almost positive that's where he was.
What's up, Max? So changes coming there. Hopefully less headaches, hopefully less problems all around.
It's going to be.
Yeah, I think, just 100%. Couple questions here. Jill, I don't know if she's in the chat or Nick, if you know. 18 is sold out. Do you have any updates on 18 ETA or any other products that are out for people that have been asking?
But Jill will.
Okay.
Jill will have an answer to that for sure.
Awesome. And then here's one for you. Hat question from our buddy Rick. He says, do you have any plans to offer more colors in the 6007 for us smaller dome people?
The 6007. You're speaking of the 5-panel U-Pong, not
is that the trucker, like more the curved bill?
Hold on, now I'm forgetting. Hold on,
because I was just thinking of the smaller dome people, and I feel like that's the curved one.
No, the 6007 is the 5-panel. So it's the same structure as the 689, except it's a little shallower. And instead of having the seam down the front, it's a flat front because
okay,
front panel. So this is the 6-panel. That's a 5, and it does fit a little smaller. No, I don't think we're going to be coming out with more of the 6007s. I could change my stance on that, but the problem we had with it is people did not imagine this. People did not read, and they thought they'd be getting a 689, and they got the 6007, and they're like, I have a bunch of these, and this one's only got 5 panels, and we're like, well, the description on that one is like the 5-panel, not the 6-panel. Yeah. And so it became really cumbersome having 2 hats that looked so similar that fit so differently, because this one's kind of the one that if you have a big head, it fits. You have a small head, it typically fits okay.
Right.
So if we were going to keep one, that's the one we did. So the 6007 will likely be going away, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Good answer. And Jill said she's actually bottling 18 today. It just ran out last night.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. So, hey, hold on, guys. Adam says no 18. No. So it should be good. I bet you they can get the website going today if they're going to be ready. So awesome.
Yeah. And we'd be shipping tomorrow anyway. So,
right.
Jill, if you wanted to bump stock so people could hit that while they're thinking about it.
Yes.
If we're bottling today, we'll be good for shipping tomorrow.
That'd be great. Jacob, you lost power up north. What did you guys? I know he had like 3 inches of snow yesterday. We don't have any right now. What happened? Did you guys have more snow? Did you get a storm? I didn't hear about anything up north.
Oh man, I was watching like national weather this morning, dude. It's a very active spring.
Yeah. What the tornado in our town, the tornadoes going on, very active.
It really is. Like if you're like a storm chaser or like a meteorologist junkie, like this is like you're in heaven right now.
Oh, you have job security if you're at either of those professions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have job security anyway, because you never have to be right.
There's no accountability in those. That's so
Zero.
True.
I mean, like if I had the same level of accuracy in my job in cybersecurity as like meteorologists have telling you what the weekend is going to be like and if you're going to need a jacket or not, like dude, people would be in trouble.
Same. Imagine me reviewing products or me like talking about sales, being like, hey guys, huge sale for Dr. Nick's. And then it's just not.
There isn't one.
Yeah, there just is no sale. Like, yeah, they're going to stop listening at some point.
Yeah. And then the day of, you're like, actually, We predicted a sale at Dr. Nick's yesterday. Turns out there wasn't one.
Yeah.
But today we think that, Octane is going to be throwing a really big sale.
Right,
Go over there and find out.
Please listen to us. Yes. Nick, are you a fan of the band Fit For Your Autopsy?
Fit For An Autopsy. Yes. Heck yeah. Of course.
Okay,
Fit
never
For
heard
An
of it.
Autopsy is awesome.
All right, it's a good name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a really good name.
Did you guys watch Parks and Rec?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. So Andy and his band, one of my favorite parts of the show is all of the different band names that he has. And you quickly realize anything can be a band name.
Oh yeah. One of our favorite things. So me and a couple of my buddies, we used to love going to concerts, and I can't say the name of the band because it's actually the name of the band only consists of 2 words that we don't say on this stream.
Gotcha.
But because we're 80s PG-13 here.
Yes.
And so but it's a fake band name, never existed. And our favorite thing ever would be if you have one of those people standing next to you that just sounds like one of those go hard, try hard kind of dudes that's like always seen everything. He's been everywhere you've been. He's seen cooler stuff than you. He's got better shirts.
Were you at the gym today? Were you talking to this like 400-pound man who told me he like, and not impressively, who told me he has bad knees because he would squat 1,000 pounds, and that he just a couple of years ago, before he got electrocuted and it melted the steel on his screwdriver, that he was benching 550, and he was just anything. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Nope. This guy, that guy of the gym is who I'm talking about at concerts. We've all met this dude. So what we used to like to do is we had this band name that definitely did not exist ever. And we'd be like, oh yeah, I think I saw them open up for insert band name here. And you'd get people to agree with you. It'd be like, oh yeah, I saw that tour. They were playing with so-and-so. They opened up for blah, blah, blah. And you're like, yeah, that one. And like, you literally just, one-uppers. Absolutely, the one-upper clubs. And so what you do is you literally make up something completely fake and you get them to agree to it. And it's just hilarious to hear those people go on then about fake stories about the fake band you're talking about. It was just for pure amusement and profiling purposes.
These dudes, the guy today, in the middle of this conversation, he's telling me about this like cane idea that he's going to invent this new style of cane for defense, but style. I can't tell you about it, if you know what I mean. And then he proceeds to tell me everything about it, and then stops in the middle. And he was like, oh yeah, YouTube. Do you follow any religious faith? And I said, I don't really talk about that kind of stuff. Okay. But are you conservative? I don't really talk about that kind of stuff, man. And he's just going and going. And same thing. I would breathe. Like he would talk about like, oh, I went swimming today. And I would start to try to be like, oh yeah, I swim. And then bam, he would just come in and gobble up everything.
Oh yeah. Oh dude. What cracks me up with those people too is once in a while you'll get the ones where like, instead of just like trying to interrupt you, they actually do the thing where they start talking and they repeat the first word they're saying louder and louder until you stop talking. And it's usually the word I. And then you're like, oh God.
Yep. Go ahead.
Like, go ahead.
No,
you're gonna do it anyway.
But I literally learned from those situations. So Thursday night, I'm invited. It's a pretty cool thing. University of Michigan, Flint. They do this thing called it's like race for 100K. And there's all these like college students that propose business ideas. And there's a bunch of business owners that are on a panel that like judge them and rate them. And I'm one of the panel members. Amazing opportunity. And Thursday is the finale, like dinner banquet show where they present the finalists and then we vote and then they get a winner and they get 100K to start a business. Crazy. Pitch for 100K is what it's called. And so I'm one of the judges on it. As this guy was talking to me the entire time, all I thought was, when I'm at this banquet, it's a big networking opportunity. They even like advertise it as that. I said to myself, that entire banquet, I'm going to be the last to talk. I'm going to be the last to talk. Do not be the first to talk. Do not dominate the conversation. I'm a talker. I know that. But when the way he turned me off with talking, I was like, I will not be that. And it was actually like a good lesson for me to hear this guy.
Dude, once in a while, those things are actually really valuable lessons. Like
it is.
learning what not to do in certain social situations is a really important part of life.
Yes, 100%, especially when you watch from a sober mindset and people aren't. That's always fun. That's real fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the best. All right. Unbelievable. Every week we say this, but we're actually over time right now. I just absolutely flabbergasted. Nick, what is the sale? One more time. It'll be on all the socials, guys, but so you guys get to hear it here first. What is the sale for the rest of April?
Straight out of the beard's mouth. Yeah, so we starting now, the rest of April, every order is going to get a free full-size 30 milliliter bottle. That's 1 ounce.
Yeah.
30 milliliters. Full ounce of mystery oil. We're going to call it this Dr. Nick's spring cleaning extravaganza, if you will. So now until it's going to take the whole month of April. So from right now until the end of April, every order, full-size bottle, mystery oil. It's going to have a question mark on it. Most likely there will be a letter under that question mark. And if you think you've guessed that scent profile, post it on social media, picture of you, the bottle, picture of just the bottle, picture of the bottle in your beard, whatever it might be. Post it with the question mark and the letter. And if you get it right, you're going to win a prize. What that prize is, we don't know, but it's going to be something cool and you're going to get it.
And I will say, we were brainstorming. Jill, Nick, and I had ideas and angles and stuff. And I loved this kind of like golden ticket kind of idea, like, hey, something free mystery in there. I actually was under the like first pitch of like every 10th order will get a full mystery oil. And Nick and Jill were like, nope, every oil or every order.
Every one of them, all the orders.
I was like, I didn't want to say that. That's way better. But because I don't like to, it's their business. And they were like, how about every order? I was like, yep, that'll work.
How about all of them?
Yes. Yep. And yeah, absolutely. Jill said she'll fire up the Cricut tonight to get it all figured out.
Oh yeah, it's either going to be a color, it's going to be a letter. Don't worry. In addition to this, I would imagine this probably will require we maybe include some little instructions on what's
cool.
going on here. It's like enjoy your free giveaway if you'd like to enter for a chance to win something cool. Here's
Merch,
what to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
But yeah, that's it. And then we will see you next week here. We're back in the studio again next week, 1 o'clock Tuesday, which is going to be, dear goodness, it's going to be April 9th. April 9th, 1 o'clock. We'll be here.
Slow down, please.
Let's not use numbers. Let's not put numbers next to it. Next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll just be here on Tuesday. All right, guys. Have an amazing